Do you know this too? You're on your way to a construction site and you always have to carry around way too much equipment. Calipers, depth gauges, groove gauges, angle gauges, tape measures. We have the solution for you. V-Rope's newly developed, unique multi-tool rope check combines all these tools. With the rope check, you can check the rope diameter, the sheave opening angle, the groove base and the drum base diameter, as well as drum and sheave depth and wire breaks. Quick and easy. You can check the diameter of your rope with the help of the gauge. Did you get the right rope diameter for your application? You can check this with the upper gauge. This is currently designed with a plus 3.5% in relation to the nominal rope diameter. However, this can be adjusted specifically for you and your application. You can determine the discard criteria diameter reduction according to ISO 4309 with the lower gauge. Please note that there are two versions of the gauges, one for NRRR, non-rotation resistant ropes, and one RRR, rotation resistant ropes, as the discard criteria of the two rope types are different. If the gauge does not yet fit over your rope, the rope is not yet ready for discard in terms of diameter reduction, and you can continue to use it. If the gauge does fit over the rope after some time, the rope is 80% ready for discard with regard to the permitted diameter reduction according to ISO 4309, and you should plan a rope change. To determine the opening angle of the rope sheave, place the rope check in the sheave and fan it out. According to ISO 16625, the opening angle should be between 45 and 60 degrees. With a rope check, you can determine opening angles of 30, 45, and 60 degrees. If other opening angles are required for your application, the rope check can also be customized accordingly. The groove profile of a rope sheave should be between plus 5 and plus 10% in the groove base diameter according to ISO 16625 in relation to the nominal rope diameter. With the rope check, you can check if your sheaves are in this range. You can check both the minimum and the maximum. If the groove base diameter is smaller, then you should replace the rope sheave. This way it is possible to get the best out of the rope. You can also check the depth of the drum and the depth of the rope sheaves with the rope check. This works with the help of the small notches on the side. The drum minimum depth can be read directly from the gauge. To measure the rope sheave depth, you also need a piece of paper or another straight piece to match the value of the rope check with the flank height. According to ISO 16625, the sheave depth must be at least 1.5 times the diameter. When unfolded, the rope check shows you the length of 6 times the diameter, which is important for determining the discard according to ISO 4309. Wire breaks are counted in this length. If you run the rope check along the rope, you can more easily detect wire breaks and protruding individual wires. The unevenness of the rope becomes noticeable, and you can then check these areas visually. All in one. With V-Rope Rope Check, you can save time and money and ensure the most important thing in rope operation: safety.